what's going on is not acceptable. And this is just a facet of corruption. It may not be the political corruption that's coming out now that people are witnessing with their own eyes. People call them conspiracy theories. What I'm hoping to achieve is to get other people on board to understand that the government supports what we're doing, because they were in the dark about this too. And now they're coming out and they're actually putting the hammer down. Recent bills that have been passing as far as the legislation through the Senate Intelligence Committee saying that these corporations have to give the goods here in 6 months, or else there's going to be some consequences they're going to face, either through the judicial system, which obviously the government's got a lot of weight with that. The other aspect of it too is that they're going to ban these companies from doing contracting work for the government, which means they're going to lose billions of dollars. They're going to go broke. So I'm hoping that they actually comply with this measure, because one, this technology is going to help benefit humanity as a whole. Not in a militaristic sense, because that's just foolish. It's more to help out humanity, because now everybody's going to be on the same level technology-wise. When we trekked down and got around 150 to 200 meters from it, then all of a sudden we were engaged, at least not in a hostile manner, at least, not gunfire or firefight or anything like that. But the way that these guys moved was so fluid, it was so still, it was very, very, very smooth. And the gear that they had was black OTV vests. They had black camouflage utilities.
What you're saying is there would have been no they were professionals.
Yeah, and that's where you kind of picked up the hum that this object was doing, along with these guys flipping their safeties off, especially M4s. It's very distinct sound. And they started yelling at us. You're not supposed to fucking be here. What the fuck are you guys doing here? Who the fuck are you with? At one point, they said they were going to smoke us. They could throw us out of a helicopter. It's very easy to get lost in the jungle out here. They kept saying stuff like that. They're having two guys watch while there's a guy basically taking our magazines out of our vest. They actually knew where our military IDs were, because in Marine Corps order, you have to have them in your left breast pocket. So as they're searching us, we're watching this thing happen. And that's when we started seeing trucks come from our left and go onto this platform. And they were up armored 350s. I know exactly what 350s are. And that's when I started seeing the key details of this thing. Like, it had like a scale pattern on it, kind of like an octagonal, because the craft itself was like an octagonal shape where you could see points. It had like these vents on every single corner on the middle part of these the panels anyway. There was like a Vanta black. It was like a dark black that would like absorb light. But they had weapon cases in the back of each truck bed. And then they had a shipping container thing. I mean, it looked like a shipping container, but smaller and half the size. For years, I thought, okay, there's got to be oxygen supply or like a vacuum sealing thing that you would, because obviously I'm thinking it's drugs. I was like, okay, so this is a very advanced way to do that. Just years of thinking of this. Come to find out, when I gave my speech in D.C. on that Saturday for the Disclosure Project with Dr. Greer, this gentleman, I'm not going to give any detail. I know a little bit about him. He's aware of what was going on. He confirmed, he says, no, he's like, I don't want to leave Michael hanging out there, but I was not expecting to come and talk to you about this. And he says, there's not drugs that they're putting in these shipping containers. He says it's humans. And that's when I thought it was it. I thought they were going to smoke us, and they kept saying that, we can kill you right now. They're, as this is going on, they're talking shit. They're looking at us. They're taking pictures. They're doing, everything that they're trying to do to clear us. So as we turn this, and all of a sudden, I see a sling pass over my head. I'm like, oh, fuck, they're going to strangle me. But that wasn't the case. They actually tightened it so well that when they placed it, and it's crossbody, and obviously the buttstock of the rifle is up on the right shoulder and the muzzle's kind of more towards your left. And they tightened the sling so well that if you try to get it off, it's going to struggle. And they started putting the magazines in, and they put all 6 of them in our vest, but they put it in a way that wasn't tactile. They put them like right side up where you can see the brass, because brass to the grass is usually what we always train our Marines to do. They did in the case it would be tactical. It wouldn't be a tactical advantage to do that. So by the time you get your weapon off, try to put a magazine in and charge it, you're already going to get smoked.